I love living in New England, but I hate the cold New England winters. When you get that real bone-chilling wind and sub-zero temperatures, the tastiest way to warm up is with a big bowl of soup and noodles at Totto Ramen in Allston. Slow-simmered chicken broth, slurpable noodles, fresh veggies. The official comfort food of college kids is getting a completely delicious makeover. Now, when you hear the word ramen, if this is what you think of, you have never experienced the real deal. Because authentic Japanese ramen ain't no cup of noodles. We'll dive inside these heartwarming bowls in just a minute. First, we need to explain how Ni Nguyen, a young Vietnamese lawyer living here in Boston, ended up opening a Japanese ramen shop that's based in New York.
I was born in St. Elizabeth's up the street, grew up in Dorchester. First time I had ramen was in New York. I mean, I never even had it here in Boston. And like the first time I had it, I was thinking, damn, this is the best chicken soup I ever had. That's it. Totto Ramen was started by a man named Bobby Munakata out in New York. He teamed up with one of the most famous chefs over in Japan. My wife lived and worked in New York for a while, so then I ate there occasionally. And by occasionally, I mean once or twice a week. I wasn't happy with my job. I was a lawyer for 6 years. And then one day I'm sitting behind a desk. I'm reading like a 100-page contract. Wanted to jump out the window, so I was like, you know what? Let me cold email this guy.
So after a couple of years of emailing, calling, and begging the Totto Ramen team in Manhattan, they finally agreed to let Ni bring the concept to Brighton Ave in Allston. And while most ramen shops serve tonkatsu, which is a broth made with pork bones, Totto only uses a chicken-based broth.
Ramen in Japan is the pizza to Americans. There are so many ways to make it, so many different inventions. For us, it starts with all natural chickens, vegetables, spices, cook that up for 6 hours, and then after that, it's all about the noodles. So for us, we use 2 different types of noodles, one wavy and one straight. And then after that, it's all about toppings. We use chicken or pork, and then we torch it. And then after that, sky's the limit for toppings. You got scallions, onions, bean sprouts, avocados.
The beauty of ramen is there are just so many layers upon layers of flavors going on. And the broth, it is so rich and there's so much depth. It's like snuggling up in a blanket with someone you love. Then you get to the noodles. Now the noodles, that's like when you start to make out. It can get a little sloppy too. And then when it comes time to the pork, well, you know. And it's okay to get a bit loud when you eat here because slurping your soup is encouraged.
Over in Japan, it's customary to slurp. To actually shows a sign of respect, like it's so good I can't control myself.
Some people say it's rude to slurp your soup. I say it's rude not to.
You really want to hear that slurp. And don't hold back either. Basically, the louder, the better.
The basic bowl here is the Python ramen, boasting that savory, slightly thickened chicken broth, a seemingly endless string of noodles, chopped scallions, and thick slices of char siu pork, tender pork belly that's torched seconds before it goes in the bowl. Then there's the spicy ramen, the extra spicy ramen, the miso ramen, and a bathtub-sized beast known as the mega ramen. It's not just a bowl of ramen. It's the mega ramen. What makes it mega? Check this out. 1 slice of pork, 2 slices of pork. Look at this like ice cream scoop full of pulled pork. Oh, wait, look here at the bottom of my mega ramen. It's a mega giant slab of pork belly. You get a totally different flavor when you have this one. This one is just serious stick to your ribs, porky unctuousness, umami mania. When you take a look around Totto Ramen, with its traditional Japanese wooden interior blended with modern industrial touches, you'll see some customers sampling steamed pork buns or the torched tuna sashimi with avocado. But at every table and every seat along the counter, everything you could ever want to fill you up and warm you up is served by the steaming bowlful.
As far as walking out here on a full stomach, you're not going to walk out of here hungry. It's 10 to 12 bucks for a bowl, and you'll walk out of here feeling pretty good. It's cooked with love, and you can taste the difference immediately.
Totto Ramen, slurp this.